Some questions you guys have asked me and I've had myself is, what about my deductible and what about my out-of-pocket max? To be honest with you, I don't know, and I hesitate to even speculate or give you an answer because every health insurance plan is different and I just don't know. I will say though that every source I read, I do not recall reading anything that specifically mentioned deductible, out-of-pocket max, anything like that. Kind of because of the reasons I think I just said. I think maybe that could be why. Another question is, I'm not in America. Will this happen to us as well? I'm really sorry. I don't know. I don't know how your governments work. I don't know how your health insurance works. My only suggestion is to get loud and make noise. I am telling you, they can make this drug for so much cheaper. They can make it so much more accessible to people around the world. They are purposefully hindering access to this medication for all of us cystic fibrosis patients. Some anticipated barriers to this new copay assistance program guidelines is that pharmacies are going to be confused as to what's going on with billing these medications, and that's going to lead patients like us more time fighting to try to get clarification for these medicines. A lot of us are also being told to just wait and see what'll happen January 1st, which is a lot of uncertainty and not much clarity. All of this can lead to delays in getting our medication, and delays in receiving our medication leads to skipped doses, which can lead to us getting sick again by not having this medication, correcting the defective CFTR proteins in our bodies. Also been told to use health savings funds, if you have them, to help with the high cost of these medications. If you don't have it, out of luck. Lastly, the $9,000 to $18,000 out of pocket. Yes, in theory, the copay program is supposed to cover that, but if not, who has that money? This is the final segment of all of this, and it is CFF's response to all of this. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I made a post the other day expressing my frustration with CFF for their lack of response to this issue. I thank CFF often for all they do for us. I still support them. I'm currently even fundraising for them, but I find it incredibly disappointing by their lack of public outcry alongside of us over this issue. I thank the CFF for everything they do for us. I will reiterate that, but I reserve the right as a donor, as a CF patient, and as an advocate to critically look at the foundation who states they want to give us this opportunity to lead long, fulfilling lives, and then choose the side of being publicly silent for the most part since this has been announced. However, in researching for this video, I was pleased to actually find that the CFF has made some comment on this. So these are some of the things CFF has said. However, they're buried in articles. I don't know if you can see that little arrow there. They're on drop-down things. It's not really out there in your face, but they have made some responses and I'll share them. So the first one is below. You can read it. This is another one. I will get out of the way here in a minute so you can read it. Just basically stating that the CFF strongly opposes these accumulator and modifier programs, which is encouraging that they are stating this on their website in certain places. They've also encouraged people to write letters and things like that to speak out against this if their state is considering these programs. And this is the next one. I am just disappointed that the CFF's previous bulldog attitude of fierce advocacy, fighting for us and being our champions seems to really have been diminished. People ask what I want CFF to do, and I've said it. I want them to loudly and publicly denounce what Vertex is doing to us. I feel like CFF shouted from the mountaintops while fundraising for Trikafta or things like it. And as things were looking more and more promising with Trikafta, they got louder. And they've also shouted from the mountaintops about things affecting CF healthcare and our benefits and insurance and everything previously. So what happened this time? I'm happy they state strong stances in these articles, but they're kind of hidden in a way, and there's been nothing publicly that I have seen on any of their social medias or their website that really declare these stances in that kind of format or that kind of public manner. CFF has done and continues to do amazing things for us. Their efforts have been incredible, and I'm forever grateful for everything they've done. But it feels an awful lot like they're kind of just sitting on the sidelines while we fight this time. And they know what Trikafta has done. Trikafta has done amazing things for the people who are able to take it, which is roughly about 90% of the CF population. Just look at all the stories on CFF social media pages attesting to that. My reminder just is that donating and fighting for a cure or better treatments does no good if the people you're doing it for can't access, afford, or benefit from it long term. I'm grateful to Vertex for creating Trikafta, but my gratitude does not extend to myself or others being bankrupt, enduring grave financial burdens, losing access to Trikafta, or dying. None of those options should ever be a choice anyone has to make.